You know, it's times like this, it makes me realise it can't be easy being a woman. And no, I'm not talking about the fact that you've only had rights for about 100 years. One of those rights being the essential right to vote. I'm not talking about the pay inequalities. I'm not talking about the fact that you're constantly expected to do things and feel certain ways at all time without any consideration as to what's going on in your life, or that you are a human being with your own ideas and thoughts. No, nothing like that. Nothing that matters. I'm sorry, because every marketing dickhead in the world has some idea of what a woman is. And all of them are completely and utterly fucking wrong. And you've had to suffer for that. For so many years, you have had hot trash thrown at your lap and been told, there's something for you, because you're a girl. Girls don't need hot quality stuff. If it's pink and has the word girl in the title, then there you go. 100% girl power, brilliant. Don't need to try on a girl's product. Don't need to create anything worth shitting on. So long as it's got girl on it and it's pink. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. This is Girl Zone. So, Phoenix Games, in their infinite wisdom, decided they were going to try marketing towards children things with this game. Girl Zone. Sadly, it's not a girl version of Boy Zone. Which would be shit, but it would be better than this. Better by fucking yards. Anyway, this game follows Julie and Maya, two lobotomized idiots as they fly through space. Again, they have names and dialogue, but I'd honestly prefer it if they didn't. The dialogue, the writing, everything about this whole thing is just so token that it's clear that nobody gave a fuck at any time. It's seriously the most pathetic minimalistic effort I've ever seen. If someone gave you a cigarette packet and a pencil and gave you 2 minutes to write an entire story, this is the sort of shit you would come up with. Why this is a thing that even exists in this game is beyond me, but why is the game a thing that exists in itself? That's the real question here. It has no right to, it's just nothing. We just see one panel of a comic with dialogue that's so retarded that reading it demands that I read it in the most disinterested voice that I can force out just to convey how little of a fuck anybody gave at any given time.
Maya, let's go to the fashion planet. There is a fashion show going on right now. Cool! Let's go there!
Just fuck off, Phoenix. Fuck off. These two are the female equivalent of Beavis and Butthead. No, really, that's the best comparison that I can make. Though they're both idiots to the point that they could be classed as mentally subnormal, Julie is the slightly smarter one. She's kinda like Butthead in comparison to Beavis. Since Maya just follows her around just saying, yeah, you're right, or cool, let's go there.
Also, you left the fucking apostrophe off let's, you fucking clueless morons!
So we start off on Fashion Planet. Already I want to nuke it out of the fucking solar system. I thought that this was actually meant to be some sort of character customization. Kinda like My Street or Desperate Housewives or something else worth shitting on. Where, you know, you get to dress up your characters. But no, it's a minigame based around fashion. The objective of the game is to dress them up and achieve the highest score possible. So, how do you do that?
I haven't the faintest fucking idea.
Seriously, there's nothing to tell you how to make them look great in quotations, because I think they always look like shit, but you need 1,500 points, without any hints or anything that tells you how to get said points. Like what, are we trying to match colours or mix with the trends of Fashion Planet right now? Tell me! Whatever, I just slapped some random pieces of cloth on them and scored 1700 points. Fuck you, Gokwan, I'm the new fashion guru and I'm not even fucking trying. Game is past. Game is past. We really aren't that far away from your winner at this point. So then Julie and Maya become disembodied heads in some field of flowers. I don't know, I just really don't know at this point. And this inspires them to participate in the flower show. I don't know who else is competing in this seemingly barren, lifeless planet, but whatever. Don't worry, you aren't going to see me eat my own face at this point, as this isn't the same thing as the last minigame. Oh wait, it totally is. Fine. I'll eat my own face. Again, there's no fucking difference to this shit at all. It's seriously the same fucking shit again. So I fill it up with flowers and I just win. Like, how does that help you with anything? How are you challenged? Where is the creativity? Where's the fun even? You're just mindlessly clicking around hoping to win for no reason. Such a great game for children. Thank God they're not playing something like Grand Theft Auto where you actually have to try to succeed. Actually, the lack of imagination thing is more or less what this game centres around, but we'll get to that later. First, we have to play this slightly challenging kite game. Now, I managed to fuck this up the first time due to it being horrifically explained. You more or less have to gather 10 balloons at once to pass the game. I didn't know this and just caught them all individually, fucking it up for myself. Go, Julie! Go! Yeah, there goes 2 minutes of my life that I'll never get back. Oh well, I'll probably just waste them anyway. I finally figured it out though, and when I did, it was a piece of piss. It's the closest thing that comes to being A, a game, and B, challenging. It still fails to be either, but hey, at least it's stimulating, which is one step closer. Still, fuck this game. We then move to a jungle, and Julie asks Maya of all fucking people if she has any ideas. That answer is so obvious that it can be classed as a rhetorical question. Then we begin the wild planet that is guarded by wild flowers. Wow, real imaginative creative language, huh? You wild writers. This section is a platforming level with some of the worst jumping I've ever seen in a game. Like, ever. This level is just the fucking worst. Every time you get an item, the screen aggressively flashes at you. Seriously, what the fuck? What is it with Phoenix Games trying to kill the audience? Their anti-epileptic agenda is both confusing and idiotic, so why do they persist? In fact, I'd say that they just hate humans in general. Hell, after playing this shit, I'm starting to buy into their way of thinking. If humans didn't exist, this fucking thing wouldn't either. Right, so then it gets even more horrid and loathsome, because you keep getting hit on the floor by enemies covered up by the fucking foliage so you can't even see them. How are you supposed to avoid the little cunts when they're hidden by the game itself? The daft twats also got lives confused with hit points, so the generous 5 lives are actually 5 hit points. You have to be precise, and it's difficult as shit thanks to the fucking constant flashing on the screen. It's like trying to play Mario with your fingers broken, with someone flashing lights in your face the entire time. The position of everything means that you can't fuck around. You have to carefully lower yourself down to the treasure, and if you miss the bastard, guess what? You fall on your idiotic face and die. Good! It also doesn't help that every time you die, you go back to the cunting main menu. Fuck this fucking platformer segment. Fuck these lights, fuck these stiff-ass controls, fuck the demon possession bullshit that happens every time you get hit, and fuck these England flag spiders. Fuck it, let's just move on to the next game. Spaceship. More like space shit.
What a mess, Julie. We must clean this room up immediately.
Yeah. Oh, blow me! The pair of you! So, remember Shark Tale Fantastic Fun? I mentioned this game. Well, here it is, in all its shittiness. Picking shit up off of the floor 2.0. I mean, this came out in 2006, so it's newer than Fantastic Fun, and manages to be even shittier. Who's the arsehole out there that thinks picking things up off the floor is a good fucking idea for a game? In this version of the exciting floor cleaning extravaganza, you pick up things and then you put them back in their rightful place by swapping them around. Except the rightful place isn't labelled at all, and it's almost impossible to see what some of the things actually are. Like, here, this is a toothbrush. How the fuck was I supposed to see that? I have 20/20 vision, a HD TV, and a HD monitor, in which I was displaying this garbage on whilst I filmed, and I couldn't find the fucking thing on either. So good luck to anyone with a fraction of what I had. This was the only game that I had to give up and come back to afterwards. I'm serious, I found it that hard. Harder than any of the other shitty mini games. So, how did most of this happen? How'd this picture end up on the floor by the bath? How'd a bath towel end up on the couch? How'd a bunch of flowers end up in the bathroom sink? Were they shit-faced drunk or having some sort of crazy orgy? Come to think of it, why couldn't that have been one of the mini games? The next mini-game revolves around a downed starship. They have to pack the most essential belongings before fleeing. Shouldn't it be more important to find other survivors though? Or did Julie and Maya take a plane that was meant for 200 people just for the two of them? Not very eco-friendly, girls. You have a dozen of items scattered around the place, and you have to decide which of them you're going to take with you before time runs out. Wait, is this ship going to explode or something? Well, considering that I'm stranded on an uncharted planet, I should probably take my trusty gas mask. I mean, what if I encounter plant life like before, that spits venomous toxic spores? You never know when this thing will come in handy. No, you idiot! You're supposed to pick up your flip-flops, your suntan lotion, a suitcase, sunglasses, your backpack, a balloon, a basket of fruit, I think, and a drink. This actually penalises you for trying to take the gas mask. Well, excuse me, assholes, for prioritising my lungs against getting my tan on. So, because they're girls, and in the developers' heads, girls are thick, and they have no imagination or anything in their heads other than girly things and pointless competitions, they decide to use this opportunity that scientists cream their sheets over nightly, every day, for the past 40 odd years, to go sunbathing. It's the fashion shitter game, but with sun outfits. It's boring and stupid, it makes no sense, and if you don't get it right the first time, you're going to be stuck here for a while. This game has already established that girls are stupid and fashion oriented, but what else? Well, it also teaches us that girls have absolutely no imagination and are obsessed with winning and ignore the many wonders of the world to focus on these pointless minor details, such as your matching sun lounger to your bikini top and side table. There's children in this world squatting around trying to find food on the floor, and you're complaining because your lounger doesn't match your umbrella. Go and kill yourselves! Right. Fuck it. Let's just move on before I break something. As soon as I did this, the game crashed. The next mission is diving, and it's shit.
Look at that beautiful shell. Let's collect them.
It's the same shit as the platformer, same seizure-inducing flashes, and the same pointless collecting of garbage, and the same awful control. Also, you can get hit and killed by a clownfish. Wait, hold the fuck, why is there a sunken ship in the background? I thought that this planet was uncharted.
Fuck my donkey.
Now we have to find all of the hidden animals. They're all hiding because they don't want to be in this shitty fucking game. Many of them would rather be in Redneck Deer Hunter 3.0 than this shit. And that's a shovelware game, but it's still better than this. Right, so you just click on these random animals that look like the animals you'd find on Earth, except when you poke them, they shrink. Well, knowing these fucking morons, they'd probably fly back home with these shrinky-dink animals inside their stupid ship and sell them all off, thus destroying the ecosystem of this entire planet. But hey, who cares? They've got enough money for nail files and beauty crap. At the end of the game, if you're a good boy and do all the challenges, you unlock a constellation game that I'm 99% sure is broken. I've spent more than 5 minutes trying to figure it out, but I'd rather pull out my own teeth with pliers, as well as my fingernails and toes, than play another second of this pile of fucking shit. And so ends one of the most insulting, shitty games I've ever played. One final fuck you to women everywhere. You know, the majority of games that I know that are popular among girls are games like Skyrim, Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts. You know what they've got in common? Characters, dialogue, gameplay, challenge, and skill. All those things are prominent in the games that most women like, but are nowhere to be found here. This is garbage. Not even in a funny way. It's frustrating, ugly, shitty and annoying, and there's literally nothing funny about it. It's too can't be fucked to even be funny. You know, there used to be a website tracking down every copy of Shaq Fu ever made and smashing it. We need that for this game. A website where we just track down copies of Girl Zone and smash them. For the sake of women everywhere. Just fuck this game.
Oh no, Julie! I drank all the fuel instead of putting it in the ship! Oh no!